Hey, which laptop should I buy?
Get a Dell laptop.
नहीं get an Asus
नहीं
laptop.
Apple MacBook
Hey, stop it. Okay, a big day. You guys have been asking us to review laptops and notebooks. So you ask, we deliver. We are finally reviewing a laptop, and today we have the Asus VivoBook S14. It comes with an OLED display, latest 12 Gen i5 processor, 16GB RAM, and it is Intel Evo certified. Also see here on Flipkart, it cost 71,890. But now if you go and check on this price history website, you can see that the price even falls to 63,990 or 66,990. So should you buy this Asus VivoBook, and as a student or working professional, how much should you actually spend on a laptop? Well, you will get all the answers in just a moment. Stay tuned. This is Pratik. You're already watching TechWiser. Let's go. Now, I've used this laptop for more than 2 to 3 weeks, so we'll talk less about specs and more about practical things which you will experience when you use this laptop. Now, we'll get to the cons in just a moment, but the number one pro is the display. Well, this is an awesome display, like, just have a look at it. You get a 14-inch 2.8K resolution 90Hz OLED display. Most laptops in this price range come with an LCD screen. But because of this OLED, you may experience burn-in and you will be like, Pratik, what is burn-in? Well, let me explain. So if you have something static on the screen for a long time in OLED displays, like the start menu or say these icons on the dock, over time they leave a permanent mark on the screen that is called burn-in. It happens with all OLED displays, even smartphone. So Asus has come up with this pixel refresh or pixel shift to avoid this burn-in problem. Pixel shift slightly shifts every pixel on the screen a little bit over time, something like you would have seen in your phone's always on display. And pixel refresh is just a screensaver. After some time, the screensaver just kicks in, so nothing static stays on the screen. By the way, do you know why it is called a screensaver? I mean, leave a comment below, we'll pin the best answer. Coming back to the display, I've been watching the Indian Predator on this and the picture quality is like superb. It also supports HDR, but you'll have to turn it on from the display settings and tweak the settings a little bit to your liking. And see here side by side with the Realme laptop, the OLED display looks so much vibrant and better. Also, the display supports a peak brightness of 600 nits, and for a laptop, that is really bright because most other laptops in this price range give 200 to 400 nits. And the display is also Pantone validated, which simply means it is very color accurate. Like see here, if I have something black on the screen and if there is a light behind me, I can see the reflection. I wish it was anti-glare display, but it is what it is. All in all, I would say that the display is best in its class for this price range. I like the build quality. Like, it is not that heavy. It weighs around 1.65 kg. That is quite normal for a laptop. So you can easily put it into your bag. Now you get 2 USB-A ports, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and you can charge the laptop from either of these Type-C ports. You can even connect external monitors to it, so that's really good. Also, you get full-sized HDMI port and a headphone jack. You can easily open the lid with one hand, and that is important for 2 reasons. First, it is quite handy to just do this in day-to-day usage, and second, it shows that the hinge is really good. Most Windows budget laptops go bad on the hinge, so a good hinge is really important in the long time. The overall build quality of the laptop is quite good. On the top, you get this unique looking graphics. Quite cool, I must say. Oh, I almost forgot. There is also a camera shutter. So nice little addition for privacy. And you get a 720p webcam, so you can have an idea of the mic quality and the video quality. In my opinion, it's quite average. You can use for video calls, that's it. Number 3, typing experience is quite good. Like, I write a lot in my day-to-day life, and typing on the laptop is very smooth and fluid. Like, there is 0 to no deck flex. Also, the screen doesn't wobble when I am typing or doing anything on the laptop. But of course, if you purposely shake it or do this, it wobbles, but then again, why would you do that? However, it folds and I would like to see it wiggle. Also, it has a backlit keyboard, so in case you're typing at night, it gets easy. Same goes with the trackpad also, like the gesture and all is very smooth. Also, not a lot of people talk about this, but this trackpad has thumb and palm rejection, which trust me, in real life is really useful. See? It counts it as a scroll, not 3-finger swipe. And see this cool thing about the keyboard? The escape key is made of red color, and there is this cool looking graphics on the enter key. Looks pretty dope, no use, but looks dope. Number 4, I also like the performance of this laptop. See, this laptop has Intel Evo certification, we'll get to that. But basically, you get the latest 12th gen Intel i5 12500H with 16GB RAM. You get DDR4 RAM, but Intel 12th gen supports DDR5 RAM. And 512GB PCI 4 NVMe SSD. In simple words, it is quite a fast SSD. Like, I've been using this device for about 15 days now and I didn't see any lags or slowdown. Also, see here, it wakes up in like under 1 second. That is quite impressive. Even while doing photo editing, the performance is quite good, no complaints there. But the performance drops when you do anything heavy on this. Like, see, if I play Counter-Strike on medium settings, you can see it lags quite a lot. You can play it on low settings for a short while, but don't expect to do gaming on this laptop, especially long duration. Because let's face it, this laptop or Ultrabooks in general are not meant for gamers. You can also do light video editing, but again, if you're looking for serious video editing, I would suggest getting a laptop with a dedicated graphic card. Here are some benchmarks. Overall, for the price, these are good scores. Another important thing is upgradability. So let me open this up and show you. Okay, what do we have? This is one big fan and you get single RAM slot. You can upgrade it to 32GB. This is 16GB RAM stick. Upgrade the SSD to about 1TB or 2TB. And speaking of that, let's talk about cons. The number one con is the speakers are kind of below average. I was expecting more ears. See, let's be honest, laptops in general do not have a good speaker unless they are
MacBook.
MacBook is not a laptop though. It's a car, an expensive car. Let me know if you get that joke. Now, I came from a Realme laptop that has really good speakers. Like, see here side by side. And this laptop is tuned by Harman Kardon. It even says on the body. So I was expecting the speakers to be a bit better. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So if you're watching movies alone or on the desk all by yourself, it is good for a single person watching. But if you are with someone, it's not that loud. I would recommend using headphones or get a Bluetooth speaker. Here's a good video on that. Now, con number 2, battery life is pretty average. Like, I'm not that of a heavy user. I usually do typing on the laptop and occasionally watch a few videos from time to time. And on a full charge, this lasted me around 4 to 5 hours, which is a bit less. And this one's funny. Have a look here. By default, the laptop only charges up to 80% of the battery. And I had to go into my Asus app and set the battery profile to full capacity mode. And now when I plug, it will charge to 100%. Why would you let the laptop to only charge 80%? And also, the average battery life is on a new laptop. People usually use a laptop for 2 to 3 years. And in that case, 4 to 5 hours battery life will reduce even further, so you should consider that. And speaking of battery profile, there is a weird blinking issue here. Like, see here, if I pull it in the charger, the display goes black for a while and then it comes back again. It may be due to the switching of battery profile, but it gets kind of annoying. And number 3, last but not the least, this exhaust vent. Like, it is placed on the left side and every time I was typing, my fingers were constantly touching it and I could feel the heat coming from the laptop. Feels a bit uncomfortable because the fan just ramps up whenever you do something heavy. Like, see here, I'll put the laptop to charge and you can hear the fan spinning. Like, I would have preferred the exhaust vents to be on the back side. It would be much more comfortable. Also, another weird design choice is this power cum fingerprint reader. Like, see here, it is the second button from the right. Usually the power button is the first button, but that is a delete key. Seemed a bit weird, but after a week of usage, you get used to this. Finally, for the conclusion, as far as I can understand, this is not a gaming laptop. It doesn't have a higher refresh rate, nor does it have a dedicated graphics card. If you're looking for all of that, there's a different laptop. But the OLED screen is excellent for graphic designers, Photoshop, and for general purpose use case like for watching movies, typing, or even surfing the web. The performance is top notch. And now listen carefully. If you're a student who wants a laptop just for media consumption or Zoom calls, it makes more sense to get a 50,000 laptop like this Realme book during the sale. And if you're a bit into professional work like photo editing or you need a laptop for coding work purpose, then I would recommend spending 65 to 75,000 on a laptop. And the Asus VivoBook S14 is a good buy. On that note, this is Prateek signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew.